and welcome back to episode 9 of Zawa Survival. Remember to sit back, relax and enjoy, and we'll get on with the video. So, in the last episode, I put out a message saying that anybody who wanted to could write down in the comments an animal and their username, and I'd put it on a zoo animal of your choice. So, 4 of you did it. So, Heiliger, Lumino-Squinks, Wombat77 and Spinosaurus7, they've all chosen animals. So, we'll get on with it. First, Lumino-Squinks, you wanted to be an African elephant. So, here you are, Heiliger. Some of you might remember him from the last episode. This fine lion will be named after you. Spinosaur, here's the orca named after you. There you are. Oh, I'm not sure how this got in here, but you know what to do. And Wombat77, we don't actually have any rodents, but I hope a meerkat will do instead. So let's put it on one of these. There you are. Now, as you can probably guess, that wasn't the main part of the episode. No. We've got a whole lot more we're going to do. For instance, since we went to Heiliger's zoo in the other episode, he had so many great ideas, which I really want to try on this zoo. So, I'm thinking we might do a bit of upgrading. And I also want to make a start on the polar bear exhibit. So, those are the main 2 things that we're going to do in this episode. So let's get on with it. So, I'm thinking we're going to start on the Meerkat exhibit first. I've got a lot of items which we're going to use to upgrade them. Some vegetation, some sand stuff, some rocky things for the back area. And again, a lot of this is credited to Heiliger, since he was the one who gave a lot of the inspiration for this. So thanks again so much. And we'll get upgrading this. So, let's jump into a time lapse. And there is the newly upgraded Meerkat exhibit. And I'm thinking it's already looking really good. Now, I think a lot of the other exhibits in this area are actually looking quite good. It's just the area around it. For instance, these brown rock things, we could probably sort of mix them in. For instance, here, we take away some of this, replace it with some of these blocks, and then just mix it around a bit. I think it'll look really good. For instance, like that. And then if we take some slabs and just sort of cap it off a bit, like that. And now we can just go around and do some other things. So already, with a bit of dirt and some spruce planks, it's already made the place look a whole lot better. By just like toning down the colours slightly, making it look slightly less vibrant, focusing your attention on the exhibits. I've only done this for this small area so far, but eventually I'm going to expand it to the whole zoo, which I think is going to look awesome. I have also done something to the Meerkat exhibit. That rock wall at the back, or dirt wall should I say, I've actually taken a chunk out of it and built up a bit around here. And in here, there's a small area with a viewing place where you can look down onto the meerkats. And I think it looks really cool. Now, I do have some hot spring water, which I'm going to use, and I'm going to replace all the water in the bottom of here. And I think it's going to look really good. So, I think that looks really good now. But it looks really cool. And it's also got a bit of a steam animation, which just brings a bit of movement and life to this area, other than the animals themselves. But yeah, I think that looks really cool. Now, as I noticed in Heiliger Zoo, it had not much sky visible, since it was just packed with trees. And so I'm thinking that's what we're also going to do. We're probably not going to put as many trees in as he did, but we're definitely going to put quite a few in. And then we might group different types together and do something nice like that. So, I'm just going to go get a few saplings, and I'll show you them once I've got them in. And so this is the area now. I've actually swapped out a lot of the oak and birch trees for more exotic trees. For instance, there were some oak and birch ones over here. I've switched them out for palm trees, which I think looks really good now. I've filled in all the space behind with some mahogany and jungle trees. Here, I've also put some jungle trees. Over here, more jungle trees. Though when you get further over, since it's the Indian pangolin, I thought I might put some bamboo, just to change it up slightly. And I've also put some filler trees, just jungle ones, and acacia ones all the way around the back as well, which I think looks really good because it sort of encloses the whole thing. Also, over here, I've switched it out for some jungle and mahogany trees, as well as a couple of acacia ones. And round here, since it's near the savannah, I've put some acacia trees just to match it up a bit better. These, once they grow, they'll be bigger and the leaves will be higher, so it'll be better. So, I think this has been a lot of upgrading. Round the back, there isn't much at the moment, but we'll probably get onto that and do that probably off camera at some point. So, I think everything is looking really good now, with all the upgrades we've done and everything we've done to make it look better. Between episodes and off camera, I'm probably going to have a look around, see if I can fix a couple of things, do that sort of stuff. But now, I think we should probably get on with the polar bear exhibit. So, let's get on with that. So, for the polar bear exhibit, I have done my research. And so, polar bears usually live out on the pack ice, hunting for seals and things like that. So I'm thinking that the front edge, curving round, there's going to be a big bit of water, which the polar bears can swim in. And then the rest of the enclosure will pretty much just be ice and snow, which I think will look really good. But polar bears can also be found in like northern parts of Russia and places like that. And up there, there is trees every now and again. So I'm thinking that if we put some spruce and fir and pine trees here, it'll look really good and just break it up. And then we can put in some icy flowers and plants and things like that, and some small shrubs. And I think it'll look really good. So the block palette for the build is going to be cobblestone, some gravel, some ice, some hardened ice, some snow, some water, and some trees. I think this is going to be a good block palette, so let's just jump straight into another time lapse. Let's go! So that's the polar bear exhibit all done, and I'm thinking it's looking really, really good. You can see the den down there where the polar bear cubs are. The trees at the back look really nice, and all the water at the front I think is a really good thickness and size, which I think is really good. It's not too big where it takes up the whole enclosure, but it's not too small either. I'm also thinking that I'm going to put a walkway over the top here, just so that you can look sort of down into the polar bear enclosure. So I'm just going to make sort of a bridge thing out of some fir wood to match the trees and some spruce planks, and I think that would be really good. So I'll come back when that's done. So that's the walkway now done, and I'm thinking it's looking really good. Got some fir pylons, some mangrove wood on the sides. I think the mangrove wood looks really good for this theme. Some spruce wood on the top and some dark oak for the flooring area. I think it looks really good and it matches in quite well, and it breaks it up just a bit. So we don't actually have any iron at the moment, which is why the fence for the orca exhibit hasn't been finished yet. But we will get some iron soon. But I'm thinking we're going to put the polar bears in now. The polar bears can't get out even if there's not any fences in. It's just to keep people from going in. And at the moment not many people have come. So I guess we'll go and get the polar bears. So we've got two polar bears, a cub and an adult. So I'm thinking I'm going to put the cub next to the entrance of the den, so if it wants to go in it can. So look at how cute it is. And then for the big adult, let's put it over on the sea ice over here. They can walk through there or swim through it there whenever they want, but I still want to keep them on this side for now. And there is the adult polar bear. I think the polar bears look really cool in this mod pack, so I'm really glad I've got an exhibit for them. So let's hop out here before they wake up. So now, look at the polar bear exhibit. I think it came out really well, and I'm so proud of it. So, for the iron, The Bomber is willing to trade some for an Indian garril, which I'm happy about that trade. And the iron ore we can turn into fences to put into the exhibit up there. So I think it's a win-win. So, let's get on and smelt these, and then we can put the fences in. In they go. And out it comes. There was an extra 4 iron in here, but I'm just going to add that onto the total. Let's craft them all up. Just over a stack, that's pretty good. So let's just place in the orca ones first. These really need to be done. That's all good now. Now to do all the iron bars for the polar bear exhibit. So the iron bars are in, the polar bear is in, the terrain is in. I think we can officially say that this exhibit is finished. And we have almost half a stack left over for our next exhibit as well. So a couple of people have come, and I think they really love the exhibit. Yep, that's some of them saying it's sick, some of them saying it's epic. I think we did a good job on this one. So I think this is the end of the video now. We've had a great time, we've upgraded the zoo, which I think looks incredible at the moment. And we made a polar bear exhibit, which is absolutely amazing, and we've had lots of people come and visit the zoo, which I think is great. And I've also rigged up a trade for this Silk Touch book for 500 coins and some more iron. So that'll be good. So thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!